Welcome to the Iraqi Dinar Update channel, your trusted source for the latest news, analysis, and insights on the Iraqi dinar. We provide up-to-date information on exchange rates, economic developments, and key financial trends affecting Iraq's currency. Whether you're an investor, trader, or simply keeping an eye on the market, our channel delivers accurate reports, expert opinions, and government policy updates to keep you informed. Stay tuned for real-time updates and in-depth discussions on the future of the Iraqi dinar. The budget is an essential element of any organizational structure, whether it's for a government, a company, or even a personal project. It acts as a financial plan, outlining how resources should be allocated to various functions, goals, or activities. With the rapidly changing world economy, political shifts, and unforeseen global events, budget planning has become increasingly complex and dynamic. It is no longer a fixed, predictable part of an organization's strategy. Instead, it is something that requires constant monitoring, adjustment, and re-evaluation. When people say that they are working with the budget, it typically implies that a team or a decision-making body is trying to make strategic decisions based on the financial constraints and priorities set by this budget. However, there is an emerging understanding that the budgets are not static, and they often evolve with the circumstances that arise during the planning and execution phases. What we're witnessing right now is a situation where not only are organizations working with the existing budget, but they are adjusting to new rates and financial terms that were not previously considered. This speaks to the changing economic landscape and how it is influencing the financial strategies of both large and small organizations. A new rate could refer to various factors that influence financial planning. This could involve the adjustment of interest rates by central banks, inflation rates rising unexpectedly, or new tariffs and trade policies being enacted that affect costs and revenue projections. The concept of new rates could also encompass changes in labor costs, material prices, and even tax policies, all of which directly affect an organization's ability to forecast its financial future accurately. In the modern age of information, we're also seeing an increasing volume of data being generated in real time, which influences how these financial decisions are made. Gone are the days when organizations would simply forecast their yearly budget and stick to it, regardless of the unexpected fluctuations that occurred during the year. Today, the financial landscape is fluid, and organizations need to react to shifts in a more timely manner. The phrase "a lot of information coming out" captures this sentiment perfectly. It refers to the continuous stream of data that decision-makers are receiving, be it from market trends, political developments, consumer behaviors, or technological advancements. This influx of information provides a dual challenge. On one hand, it offers valuable insights into the factors that are shaping the economic environment. On the other hand, it also creates the risk of information overload. Decision-makers now find themselves tasked with analyzing vast amounts of data to identify patterns, trends, and anomalies that could affect their financial standing. Moreover, the information isn't always straightforward or easy to interpret. With so many variables at play, organizations need to quickly assess how new rates, changes in economic conditions, and external factors will impact their short-term and long-term goals. This requires agility and flexibility, which is a departure from traditional budgeting practices. In the past, budgets were seen more as rigid structures designed to control expenditures and allocate resources. However, in this current environment, budgeting has taken on a more dynamic and adaptive approach. It's no longer just about adhering to a predetermined amount. It's about adjusting to unforeseen circumstances and recalibrating resources based on evolving conditions. The budget is becoming less of a set-in-stone guideline and more of a framework that allows for fluid adjustments in response to new information. For instance, when new rates are introduced, they might cause organizations to rethink how they allocate their resources. A sudden rise in interest rates, for example, could have a significant effect on how businesses approach borrowing. If borrowing becomes more expensive, a company might need to shift its focus toward conserving cash flow or reducing capital expenditures. Likewise, changes in labor costs or new tariffs might prompt companies to adjust their pricing strategies or seek out alternative suppliers in order to maintain profit margins. These are just a few examples of how changing rates and information can have an immediate impact on how an organization operates financially. It's also worth noting that the impact of a new rate or unexpected information extends beyond just financial matters. Often, these changes force organizations to reevaluate their broader strategic goals. For instance, An increase in the cost of materials may affect not only production costs but also timelines, workforce management, and overall project scope. Similarly, changes in tax rates or government regulations could have significant legal or operational implications. As organizations work with their budgets, they must consider how these financial changes will affect other areas of their operations. In the face of so many variables, budgeting has become more of an art than a science. The days of forecasting with perfect accuracy are long gone. Instead, budgets today are based on educated estimates that take into account a multitude of potential scenarios. For instance, instead of creating a single fixed budget, many organizations now work with a range of budgets based on different assumptions about rates, costs, and external factors. This approach allows for greater flexibility and helps mitigate the risks associated with inaccurate forecasting. Ultimately, working with a budget today means engaging in a process of constant reassessment. The new rates, unexpected changes, and the overwhelming amount of information available all require organizations to approach budgeting with greater flexibility and adaptability. The challenge lies not only in creating a budget but also in maintaining it and adjusting it as new information arises. In many ways, this approach mirrors the broader economic climate, where volatility, uncertainty, and change are the only constants. As a result, organizations must become more agile, more informed, and more collaborative in their approach to financial planning, ensuring that they can navigate the complexities of modern economic environments. Thank you for tuning in to the Iraqi Dinar Update channel. We appreciate your support and engagement as we continue to bring you the latest news, analysis, and updates on the Iraqi dinar. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an important update. Stay connected with us for real-time insights, expert discussions, and market trends. Until next time, stay informed and keep watching for the latest on the Iraqi dinar. See you in the next update.